Hey, welcome back to Danielle's World. And if you know anything about me, my taste in movies, I love movies. When I was a kid, as a baby, and I would cry, my parents would put me in front of a TV and I would stop crying. True story. It didn't matter if the TV was on or off. That's how much, since day one, I have loved movies and TV shows. First it was movies, now I'm starting to get into TV shows because it's just one big long movie. You can get involved with the character. But if you know me, then you might know I think Goodfellas might just be the best movie ever. In my humble fact. It might just be the best movie ever. Martin Scorsese's masterpiece. The story of Henry Hill. I came across this article right here by Yard Barker, and it says 20 facts you might not know about Goodfellas. Excuse me. Let's see how many I don't know out of 20. Let's check this out right here. 20 facts you might not know about Goodfellas. Henry Hill, right here. Ray Liotta played it all. I'm pretty sure he won. No, I don't think he won best actor for that movie. But they did win best picture for the movie. I think it might have come out in 1991, but he did win best picture. Let me just make sure I'm correct. Before we get into this, let me just make sure I'm correct about that. Yahoo, normal Yahoo dude. Goodfellas, 1990. Okay, I said 1991. Wikipedia. Okay, Goodfellas. Development. What are we talking about? We talking about accolades. Okay, Academy Award, Best Picture, nominated. Best Director, nominated. Best Supporting Actor, Joe Pesci won Best Supporting Actress, nominated. Best Adapted Screenplay, nominated. Okay. The British Academy Film, Best Film won. Okay, so they did good with that. Best Adapted Screenplay won. I guess the Brits know better movies because I have no idea what movie beat Goodfellas in 1990. And let's just make sure. This is what, 1991 or 1990. It became the 8th film to win 4 major critics. Is this 1990? I guess, yeah, 1990, whatever. Academy Award 1990. Let's see what won. Academy Awards 1990. 1990 Academy Awards. 62nd. Best Picture. Driving Miss Daisy. Was these the nomination? No, we might have to do 1991. 63rd. Okay. Okay, no, that's Goodfellas right here. Okay. Dances with Wolves. Kevin Costner. Absolutely not. Okay. Got it wrong. So let's check out these 20 facts from the movie Goodfellas, The Life of Henry Hill, that I might not know. Check it out. Okay. Martin Scorsese is considered by most to be one of the greatest filmmakers ever, and Goodfellas is often cited as his best film. I concur. Yes. The standing makes the film significant on its own, but Goodfellas is a debate with the first 2 Godfather movies. I do think Goodfellas trumps the Godfather movies, and it's not as long. It's 3 hours for Godfather 1, 3 hours for Godfather 2, 6 hours, 2.5. You have a masterpiece right here. Capiche? Capiche? If you can't turn off Goodfellas whenever you sit on TV, Here are 20 facts that you might need to know. And if it does come on TV, I will stop and watch it. Seen it a million times. Every scene classic. Still gonna watch it. Goodfellas based on the book. I did know that. Nicholas Pileggi wrote it. Right there, man, right there it says right here. Nicholas Pileggi got a rare opportunity outsider. He was granted a chance to talk with Henry Hill, a former mobster who was living his life, in witness relocation program. Pileggi decided to chronicle Harry's life in a non-fiction book called Wise Guy that came out in '85. So the book came out in '85. 5 years later, the movie came out, and he did get kicked out of witness protection because he would go around telling people, "Hey, I'm Henry Hill. Hey, I'm Henry Hill. Hey, man, motherfuckers trying to kill you. Calm the fuck down." And he wasn't as smooth as Ray Lolita in the movie. So, not gonna spend so much time on it. We got 20 facts we got to get through, and don't want to draw it out. Oh, Polly. I don't know why. Damn, what was his name in the movie? I'm tripping. I don't know why. His character actually went to jail and died in Fort Worth, Texas, in a prison in Fort Worth, Texas. So yeah. Damn, Mark Scorsese look young right here. What the fuck? Okay. Pileggi's interaction with Hill inspired another movie. Oh, they got me. I did not know it inspired another movie. Unless they talking about My Blue Heaven with Steve Martin. Let's find out. Okay. Pileggi was doing research for Wise Guy. He was in a relationship with screenwriter and director Nora Ephron. Never heard of her. Who he was married from 1987 to her death in 2012. Both Pileggi and Ephron got something out of the Hill. Actually, Pileggi, of course, left with Wise Guy. Your Fern, meanwhile, turned Harry Hill's story into a screenplay for the movie My Blue Heaven. Okay, I got that. There was this little rumor that My Blue Heaven is a sequel to Goodfellas, but My Blue Heaven, comedy with Steve Martin. Very good comedy. I remember, he's like, big city New York guy. And he takes these kids to a baseball game, and the guy from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is his handler. So, okay, so far I'm 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Okay. Scorsese, and you gotta forgive me, these names, I'm black, baby, I said Contrail, Shemaine, sometimes I get the names a little confused, a little mixed up, baby. But work with me. Scorsese and Pileggi had a mutual admiration of society going, the fuck? Scorsese and Pileggi had a mutual admiration of society going. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Okay, after seeing the review of Wise Guy while directing The Color of Money, Scorsese decided to check out the book and loved it. In fact, he pretty much immediately wanted to adapt it into a film. Through the retellings of the story, Pileggi says that Scorsese called him and said, "I've been waiting for this book my entire life." Pileggi in turn replied, "I've been waiting for this phone call my entire life." I mean, I guess, how would I know that, Yeah, how would I know that? Shooting Goodfellas got postponed. Did not know that. Scorsese planned to make Goodfellas in the 80s, pretty much right after reading the book and talking to Pileggi, which, it's not like it took that long. He wrote the book. 5 years later, they're winning Academy Awards. So it's not like it took that long. But as luck would have it, he finally got the funds for his top passion project, The Last Temptation of Christ. I've never even seen that film or heard of it. I don't think. That film came out in '88 after finishing off his controversial film about Jesus, and the director moved to Goodfellas. That is a stretch, going from Christ Almighty to some mobsters. Nicholas Pileggi, you're a wild boy. Oh, I like that pic. That is nice. Okay. pleasure entered the movie business with Goodfellas. I can see that. You know, he wrote the book, so this is your first one. And he did have a TV show called Las Vegas. I think it only aired one season. I think it was about not the 80s. It probably was like the 50s, 60s, some shit like that. Some sheriff ran Vegas back then, some shit like that, 50s, 60s, Las Vegas. With the dude from the bald head dude, he had a cop show. It was a good cop show, but he was a crooked cop. What was the name of that show? I think it starts with an S. Starts with an S. The fuck is that show? Then they had the black dude went to jail. Okay, TV show. The Shield. The Shield. That's what it's called. The Shield. The Shield. Okay. So the guy from The Shield is playing the sheriff in the TV show Las Vegas. But you know, I could have figured that part out right there. The movie had a title change. As we noted, the book was called Wise Guy. The initial plan for the movie was to adapt the same title. However, there was a problem with that. There was already a 1986 Brian De Palma movie called Wise Guys and a successful 80s TV show called Wise Guy as well. Thus, the title was changed to Goodfellas. I think Goodfellas is a much better name than Wise Guy. Yeah, it did. Oh, capiche, you did good. Okay, Robert De Niro had help get the movie made. I didn't know, but you know, it just happens. The main character of Goodfellas is Hill, who was portrayed by Ray Liotta. However, Liotta was not the first actor attached to the movie. And on top of that, Harlan was big enough to get the green light the movie instead. I don't even know what the fuck I just said. Sometimes y'all just be reading shit. I'm comprehending it, but the words just be all over the place. Let's try that again. Those parts. Let me get that right. The main character of Goodfellas is Hill, who is played by Ray Liotta. However, Liotta was not the first actor attached to the movie. And on top of that, his hiring wasn't big enough to get the green light the movie. Instead, it was freaking Scorsese collaborator De Niro signing on as Jimmy Conway that secured the funding the movie needed. Boy, somebody almost missed off on a bag. Missed off on a big. Come on, baby. This is a movie. Probably the best movie ever. It was actually hard for Lito to get the role. Let me read this right here. Scorsese really wanted Lito to read for the lead role in this movie, as he wowed the actors turning. Okay, I just be reading fast. Scorsese really wanted Lito for the lead role in this movie, as he was wowed by the actors turning something wild. In fact, the actor first auditioned for the film in 1988. Lito had read Wise Guy and really campaigned hard to get the job. Unfortunately, he was not a big name at the time, and the studio wanted a star that could sell the book. I think I read somewhere Tom Cruise. The studios wanted Tom Cruise for this shit. In the end, Scorsese won out. Now, if they say something about Tom Cruise coming up, I heard that once. I don't know if they're going to say anything. Could be in my head, but I think I heard that once. Both the Scorsese parents cameo. Now, I did know this. Well, I didn't know both his parents, but I knew this right here is his mom. I knew that. Okay. Now, what did his dad play? Martin Scorsese's mom, Catherine, often showed up in his movies, and a fan could always point her out. His back acting product, Goodfellas. She plays Tommy's mother. The movie is a bigger family affair than that, though. Scorsese's father plays Charlie. Scorsese's father, Charles, plays Benny as well. Who the fuck is Benny? Let's find out who Vinny is. Goodfellas. Goodfellas. I don't remember who that is in the movie. Vinny. Oh, the cook. Okay, in the prison scene. Okay. 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 A lot of future familiar faces are in Goodfellas. Yep. Guy from The Sopranos. Samuel Jackson. I don't really recognize the other names. Genealogy played a role in another casting decision. Okay. Here go the part. Like I said, everything's classic. I think they watching maybe like Sammy Davis Jr. that's playing, and her right here, Tommy's girl. She's like, he's so charismatic. I could see why a white girl would fall for him. So what are you saying? You want to fuck a nigga? I'm not saying. I'm just saying. What are you saying? I said, hey, classic movie, baby, classic movie. And yeah, she wanted that BBC. You dig? I said, nigga, what are you? You was a gunman, and that's Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah, she wanted him. The fuck? What was you thinking? Goodfellas is a period piece. Started in 1955 and ended in 1980. Damn, that's fast as hell. It ended in 1980. He wrote the book in 85. And they was winning Oscars in 1990. That is fast as hell. Dang. And took us 30 years to get 3 bad boys. 3 bad boys. Come on, baby. Come on. That's crazy. Okay. Where was I at? Some notable people like Henry Youngman and Jerry Vale played themselves. They didn't try that with coonery Bobby Vinton, though he was too old to portray a young version of himself in 1990. Fortunately, Scorsese had another option. Vinton is played in the movie by Robbie Vinton, who happens to be Bobby's son. I have no idea who the fuck Bobby Vinton is. From the sounds of it, look like he's a singer. Let's look this up. Bobby Vinton. Who the fuck is Bobby Vinton? Okay, so he is a singer. Okay, what fucking person was singing them? Okay, Robbie Vinton, Goodfellas. Oh, okay. Rose are red, my love. Okay, I can't really play it because I think something with the YouTube algorithm, like you just can't be playing music, but okay, we figured that out. Is that the Coco Cabana? That might be the Coco Cabana. The scene where he walks in the back through the stuff. But yeah, this is Friday night. Fridays for the girlfriends, Saturday for the wives. Yes. The fuck? Okay, actors from the movie had different approaches. Not exactly sure what they mean by that. De Niro was fastidious about trying to bring the real mobsters his character was based on, Jimmy the Gent Burke, to life in his role. He apparently called Henry Hill constantly to ask questions about how Burke walked, held a cigarette, and so on. Meanwhile, Lorena Bracco, who played Karen Hill, decided not to meet her real-life counterpart at all. I mean, it makes sense. He wants to be a gangster. She's a supporting actress, not really like a main co-star, and she couldn't ask Henry because, they were divorced at this time. I knew that part. Hey, this is a good movie. You get the backstory about it. Scorsese allowed for plenty of improvisation. Another classic scene. He shoots Spider right here. Shoots Spider. If you haven't watched the movie, which, I mean, damn, go watch it if you haven't watched it. But as we know, most of us, Spider just said, "Man, go fuck yourself." He was about a couple weeks early. He was bringing some drinks, and they were like, "Hey, you gonna bring me a drink?" And he was like, "Oh, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. I'm not here. You can't hear me. I'm not here." And then he said, "Dance, dance, dance," and shot him. Shot him in the foot. Spider had to go get, a cast and everything like that. He's limping around. And this time going around, Jimmy character, Spider says, and this is Spider, everybody. This is Spider. That's Spider right there. Okay. So Jimmy character says, Spider says, he says something smart. And then Tommy said something. He said, "Go fuck yourself." And Jimmy says, hey, this is for you, Spider." Just joking around, busting chops. "Hey, here go $100. You know what I'm saying? You got some balls about yourself. You get shot, and a week later you said, "Go fuck yourself." I like that. What's up, Tom? You gonna take that? Tommy pulls out the gun, shoots him like 3 times in the chest, and that was the end of Spider. And Ray's like, Henry Hill, like, what the fuck is going on? Tommy is just a loose cannon, but they're mad, but they're not like, it's not going to do anything mad. And he's like, "You're digging the grave this time." And he's like, "Well, I dug 1,000 graves. I don't give a fuck. Give me the shovel. I dig the grave." But this scene right here is where Tommy kills Spider. And I'm surprised I actually know his name because, a lot of times I forget people's names. It is what it is. But these are 20 facts about the Goodfellas that you might not know. Glad I'm doing this one. Okay. Right here. The iconic tracking shot took a few tries. Okay. So, I did not know that, but it's a great scene. They walk behind them. They come. It's just one continuous shot. They walk behind them. They get in front of them, beside them. It just, you could imagine it took a few shots. And this is right here. This scene is where he is during the first date. He tells her, "I'm in construction." She said, "Well, your hands don't feel like you're in construction." He's like, "Yeah, I'm in management." But she knew something was up. She didn't know exactly what was up because he just walks into this club. They pull out a table out of nowhere. He sits down. He has the best seat in the house. He doesn't walk through the front door. He walks through the kitchen, up some steps, and he's just giving people, "Here's 100, here's 100, thank you, here's 100. And she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" She's so taken back. Pussy wet. She's taken back. But she knows in this moment, this motherfucker is a bad guy. But she knows it. She feels it. But she can't do anything about it. Great scene. Like I told you, man, back to back, every scene, back to back to back to back to back. Just great scenes. I can't believe it's been 25 minutes. I'm still talking about Goodfellas. It's such a good movie. Okay. The ending is a reference to a very early film. I don't know what they're talking about. Let's find out. At the end of the movie, seemingly appropriate of nothing, Joe Pesci fires a gun directly at the camera. It may seem random, but anybody who studied film in college probably got the reference. This is also how the movie The Great Train Robbery ends. Don't fret if you didn't see it, as the movie is before your time. Did not see it, did not know this. As in, the film came out in 1903. It is one of the earliest successful narrative movies. He do shoot at the camera. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to all that. Okay. It's nice how they did a little throwback. That's nice. The movie actually wasn't a big box office success. What? How much did they make at the box office? Goodfellas. Wikipedia. Okay, budget 25 million, box office 47.1 million. So they just almost doubled their money. I mean, it's still 20 million, but probably made more after the film. That was crazy. Oh, it was right here. Goodfellas is often considered an all-time great movie. People say it should have won Best Picture. Millions of people love it, yet many of them apparently didn't see the movie in the theaters. Goodfellas only made 47.1 million off a 25 million budget. Scorsese didn't win an Oscar, but he won another award. Let's find out what he won. I'm not sure what he won. Goodfellas was nominated for 6 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director. Looking back, a lot of film fans will say that it should have won both of them over the Kevin Costner directed Dances with Wolves. Now, I do remember Dances with Wolves came out, but, it was cool, I guess. But it ain't this. It ain't this. No, nigga, no. Not everybody snubbed Scorsese, though. He won the Silver Lion at the Venice International Film Festival. It's the equivalent of Best Director. Okay, the Academy Awards don't always get it right. So you ain't got to worry about that. They don't always get it right. Okay. Joe Pesci was brief at the Academy Awards. I don't really need all that. Could just skim right past this. Goodfellas won an Oscar with to Joe Pesci. As it turned out, as the unhinged wild card Tommy DeVito, after winning the Best Supporting Actor, he took a stage. Before we know he was off the stage again, we can reprint Pesci's entire Oscar speech full right here. Oh, so he won the award and he said, "It's my privilege. Thank you." I mean, I probably said a little bit more than that. Maury ad was inspired by a real ad. The toupee. He had the little toupee ad. You got to check it out. So you probably saw everybody got the little town ad back in the day. See the little picture, little toupee, chicken ass, one little bootleg ass. And he did get killed in the film because he wasn't the mastermind behind the great robbery, the Lufthansa heist, but he was the one who brought it to Jimmy in the movie. And he was like, I want my cut. Where's my cut? And they popped him in the back of the car. But Jimmy killed everybody he didn't want to give money to. I think they stole like $3 million in the Lufthansa heist. And he had the money. Like Henry Hill said, he has the money. It's his. Nobody's ever getting it. Anybody had anything to do with the heist, they all got killed except for Henry. Well, Henry had nothing to do with it. He wasn't part of it except for Tommy. But they all got killed. And one mistake made it into the film. And this is a little side piece right here. Okay. Sometimes a mistake can yield positive results in filmmaking. Happy accidents happen. Just ask Steven Spielberg about making Jaws. Scorsese had a moment of that in Goodfellas. Debbie Mazar, who plays Sandy, tripped over the dolly track in the scene where she meets Henry. Instead of reshooting it, Scorsese felt it played like Sandy had tripped because she was overwhelmed by Henry, he kept it in. And you never know the dolly track was responsible. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Okay. So most things I did know. Let's see if we can recap it. Did not know. Knew. Did not know 2. I knew. I did not know 3. 4. Did not know. It's pretty much new. You can tell that. That's not a big deal. 5. Did not know. Did know. Well, 5.5 because I knew his mom was in it. 6.5 did not know. I think I did know that. Did know that. 7.5. I don't even know. That's just nothing. Okay. So, out of 21, 7.5 things I didn't know. Roughly a third. How many did you know? This is my not review of Goodfellas. If you haven't seen Goodfellas, go check it out. You should watch Goodfellas at least 2-3 times a year, every year. It has stood the test of time. It's a great movie. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. Just starting off. But I do like